Getting rich. Whether it's to buy your favorite character or your favorite vehicle, or even own your very own Death Star.
Oh, goodness me.
Getting rich in a LEGO game isn't an easy task, but in this video I'm going to go through all the tips and tricks that I can find to get you rich in every single LEGO game. So, without further ado. In the year 2005, this game came out and it definitely turned some heads. In order to get rich in this game, there's no such thing as a stud multiplier, but there is such a level where you have to grind. And this was of course the Revenge of the Sith last level. It was at this section of the level where you have to time your jumps and your movements perfectly in order to earn as much studs as possible. Although you do want to kill yourself purposely near the end because you want to restart the sequence. Now luckily the second game is a lot easier, where you just have to go through the trench run over and over again. And who doesn't love the trench run? Now in everyone's favorite LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, in order to get rich in this game, there is a cheat code, which is of course the stud multipliers. And of course with the Complete Saga, you can do any one of these levels.
Wow.
With bulldozers, whips, and scenes of a certain nature, this next game is of course LEGO Indiana Jones. And in order to get rich in this game, it requires a certain glitch. Glitches in games can be quite bad, but when it gives you infinite amount of money, up to 4 billion studs, I can't complain. Yeah, I guess I can complain a little bit. Nah, I'm only joking. The real glitch actually happens with this creator when he found out if you play as co-op in Indiana Jones and unlock this artifact, it gives you this amount of money. And you can watch his amazing video just to find out how exactly it works. LEGO Batman the video game is a fan favorite throughout, and in order to complete this game, it's not going to cost you thousands or even millions, but actually billions of studs in order to 100% and unlock everything. But lucky for you guys, I found a way where you can earn 1 billion studs in just under 5 minutes. Once you write down all these cheat codes, the level you want to go to is the Two-Face Chase. The first few parts of the level isn't going to get you much, just a few million, but that's not where the fun really begins. With the Harley Quinn vehicle, go to the end of the ramp and you'll find that the enemies will keep on spawning in, and all you have to do is let loose and watch the money come flying in. From a fan favorite to one of my least, LEGO Indiana Jones tried to introduce some new elements into LEGO games which didn't quite work, like different color bricks, a ×3 multiplier, and of course, the map. Oh dear, the map. What a disappointment.
Huh?
However, for this video, getting rich in this game is actually quite easy, because with the cheat codes you can get up to 11,520 times multiplier, which is not like any other LEGO game, which is going to come in handy because if you want to unlock everything, it's going to cost you almost 40 million studs. But when considering the multiplier, it isn't too bad. Now the cheat codes come in real handy here because you can unlock all the multipliers and the character you need for this next level. Now this next level is a train level where you must complete it and then go into treasure mode and just jump around to collect these studs. And with the stud multiplier, you can get loads of money in no time. You can also unlock characters like the female mannequin in order to jump high enough to collect these studs, which is a win-win in my book. If you're anything like me, then the only reason you want to get rich is so you can unlock every single character. However, there is this one game. That's right, LEGO Harry Potter is a game that not only has great characters, but also great spells. From making people throw up slugs to even... Now, I may not be the biggest Harry Potter fan, but if I wanted to unlock every single spell, it would have cost me 5,550,000 studs. And this is not to mention how expensive the character roster would have been, which is over 12 million studs. So getting rich in this game is very important. But with the cheat codes and doing just the first mission, you can get there almost instantly. I mean, the first mission in the LEGO Harry Potter game will get you 10 million stud at least. Now getting rich is the easy part, but getting the character tokens, now that could be a challenge. And this next game, it deserves its own intro. This game is just as impressive as it is to complete it. The price for 100% in this game would cost you almost 127 million studs. And the fastest way I found to get rich in this game is through a Sarge Ventress Levels Chapter 4. After you take down the Scepter ship, you can just keep on firing on other ships and just watch as this money grows and grows. It literally doesn't stop coming. Next up is LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean. This game brought us some great character animation, fight sequences, and of course, some great laughs to go with it. And in my opinion, it is really underrated for such a great LEGO game. And the price tag to complete this game would only be just over 14 million studs. But there is one slight problem. Oh! If you wanted the multipliers, you would have to do it old school because there's no cheat codes for this game. But the good news is I found a money glitch that would sort that problem out. When you go to the left side of the hub world, you get introduced to these two barrels, which you then select a character called Marty and then just go crazy on these barrels until you get bored, and you go to these next two rooms where you most certainly collect enough money to buy a multiplier or your next favorite character. Speaking of characters, this next game has 43 characters less than its predecessor. I am talking, of course, LEGO Harry Potter's years 5 to 7. The first game had 167 characters, while the second one only had 124. But when it comes to detail and animation, they definitely did beat the first game, in my opinion. But the one thing that is widely known is Voldemort being the most expensive character in any other LEGO game, and he has held this title for well over 10 years now. With Voldemort costing 25 million alone, if you add the other character rosters, it is well over 70 million studs. And if you add everything else, it's going to be a little bit over 90 million. That's a lot of studs. Now you can use the same cheat codes for the first LEGO Harry Potter game, but this does vary on console to console or if you're on PC. If you manage to go to this room where they have the miniature build of Hogwarts, then it just spews out money and you can collect it, and as you can see, get quite a lot of studs for it. But I also found another way where this floating bench will just keep coming down and you just destroy it over and over again, and with the multipliers you can get quite a lot of studs. Next up, we're bringing a new era of LEGO games, which is LEGO Batman 2, which not only featured the first open world, but also featured the first characters to ever speak in a LEGO game.
It's the boy!
And some of my favorite levels has to be when they incorporate the open world into its chase scenes. It really did feel like you were just running around or driving around in Gotham City trying to save everyone. And with a big open world, it meant that vehicles would play a big role in this game. So much so that the vehicles in this game are some of the most expensive, Harley Quinn being the most, which is 100 million studs. But with these cheat codes and this money glitch, you can get rich in this game in no time. If you play this carnival game, you can get to a sweet spot where you can just keep on smashing other carts until your money looks like this. And for those who are a fan of the cheat codes when it comes to getting rich, I'm sorry to say, but the rest of the games on this list are looking pretty bleak when it comes to the other multipliers. These are the only two cheat codes you can have for this next LEGO game, which is LEGO Lord of the Rings. And this game is known for its amazing scenery and cinematic battles. And in order to get rich in this game, you're gonna have to play one of my favorite levels, which is Battle of Helm's Deep, which is one of the most stunning looking battles in any other LEGO game. You're going to want to select the Berserker character to begin with and destroy this barrier, and by doing so you can create a glitch where you can keep going back and forth, and because there's studs right at the beginning, you can just keep on collecting until you're happy with the amount you got. But you may want to press the mute button afterwards because the sound of the checkpoint really does get annoying after a while.
Come on, settle down, people!
LEGO City is the next game on our list, and it is one that I will never forget. You're not only a police officer, but you're also an astronaut, a farmer, a firefighter, a robber, and even a miner. No, not that kind of miner. And can we praise the fighting animation in this game? It is some of the smoothest I've seen in a long time. Now at the end of this game, once you complete it, there is a stud fountain that will make you mega rich. I'm talking 5 trillion studs rich. But this only applies when you want 100% the game. But if you don't want to grind to 100%, then these cheat codes will definitely help you. And this game is one of the last LEGO games to ever feature all 5 cheat codes for the multipliers. So I guess TT Games didn't want to make it easy for players for this next LEGO game, which is, cue the music.
That's right, LEGO Marvel Superheroes will definitely go down as one of the best LEGO games to have ever come out of T.A.G games. And there are two ways to get rich in this game. The most famous one that I've found is going to Stark Tower and destroying these vents, but not destroying the last one, just so that you can cycle through them. The second way I found of getting rich in this game is going through the house party protocol in the Deadpool mission. And with the ×2 multiplier being the only cheat code available, going through this mission can give you about 100,000 studs. And is the method I used personally to get rich in this game 10 years ago. But you're gonna have to make sure you clean this place out. In the year 2014, we get 3 new LEGO games. LEGO Movie the video game was just as good as the movie itself. With the story and the way that the game plays, you can definitely tell that they put a lot of effort in trying to make the game feel like the movie, because the character animation isn't like any other LEGO game. Then next we have LEGO The Hobbit, which isn't as good as the first one just because of how they didn't finish the story completely. It just felt rushed and unfinished.
What have we done?
And is it just me? Did anyone else hate these collectibles you had to do just to build these certain sets? While the first game definitely captured the hearts of the fans, the second one tried its best but failed. And lastly, we have LEGO Batman 3, which is the last game of the Batman trilogy, but more importantly, you can definitely tell that they tried to implement the same ideas in the LEGO Marvel Superheroes in this game, with less focus on the character Batman but more on the wider DC universe, with the comics, the shows, and even more. However, what let this game down the most is definitely its open world.
Shut up!
Out of these 3 games, LEGO Hobbit definitely had the best open world. And the first 2 games haven't even got a cheat code for a ×2 multiplier, only LEGO Batman 3 does, which you can unlock in the first mission. However, you can get rich in LEGO Movie the video game in just under 6 minutes. You're going to want to do a free play mission on Bricksburg Construction, and then you're going to want to pick a character that has lasers. And in this area, you're going to have to transform into Lord Business, where he transforms into his massive long legs and destroy all of these houses. And sure enough, you're going to be rich in no time. However, grinding your way to get those multipliers is not going to be easy. And with LEGO Hobbit the video game, you're going to have to go into a small island called Karadaras or something like that. And in the middle of the island, there's a glitch where you can pass this rock and a purple stud just keeps on appearing, and it won't stop until you do. It's definitely not the funnest way, but it is the easiest way. And for LEGO Batman 3, you want to do a VR mission that's called Snake 1, and basically you complete this mission, and with your ×2 multiplier you can get about 431,000 studs, and you keep doing this, keep getting your multipliers, you'll be rich in no time. The following year we only get 1 LEGO game, but it's a LEGO game that definitely left a big impression. And it was no raging monster like the Hulk or the futuristic weapons like a lightsaber. It was actually because they went back in time when dinosaurs existed. Let's be honest, their character roster isn't very memorable, but playing as the dinosaurs, now that was fun. You get to play with some of your favorite dinosaurs like the T-Rex, the Triceratops, a pterodactyl, and even my favorite, the Mosasaurus. Now, the most expensive character in this roster is actually not as high as other LEGO games, coming at 500,000 studs, which is Mr. DNA. Besides being a very unique looking character, this character can also use agility LEGO objects, can solve equation puzzles, and of course shoot LEGO targets. And I found an infinite money loop where you don't have to do anything in order to get rich. All you have to do is go on the mission Under Attack Part 2 and just simply do nothing. Put your controller down, leave the room for 10, 15, 20 minutes, come back and you have a boatload of studs. This is because you have to interact with the game in order to get out of this loop. And if you do absolutely nothing, then it'll just keep repeating the loop over and over again until, well, you get bored.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Now, even though I did enjoy the next LEGO game story mode and gameplay and characters, it definitely did feel like a step down from the previous LEGO Marvel game. And with LEGO Force Awakens being the next game to come out, it suffered the same fate as LEGO Hobbit, with it being rushed. And it only gets worse from that because the next game would be LEGO Worlds, which is LEGO's answer to Minecraft. And I don't need to tell you how that didn't work.
That's the best you can do!
But lucky for us, there is a fast way to get rich in LEGO Marvel Avengers, which is the best game out of the 3. You'll need to do this story mission, which is Ultron Undone Part A, and because of the multiplier boost bonus you get for every time you destroy an enemy, you can get rich in this game just by flying around. And with LEGO Force Awakens, it's by playing this character on this famous board game. Now this was fun. Now I don't know why you need studs in this next game because I've never played it, but in order to get rich in this game, you can use a stud farming method which is worth millions of studs worth in crystals. All you have to do is plant down a bunch of crystals, copy, paste, and just keep dropping it from the sky and it farms out a load of studs. However, since it's supposed to be like Minecraft, I don't know how lucrative studs are in this game. And from 2017 to 2018, the games just kept on getting better, with LEGO Ninjago and a collaboration with Pixar and even 2 fan favorite franchises. Although TT Games definitely wanted you to grind a little bit more if you wanted to get rich in these games.
I'm sure something will turn up.
The fastest way to get rich in LEGO Ninjago is playing this bonus mission where you destroy Ninjago, but you have to 100% the game and unlock the ×2 multiplier at least. But lucky for you, 100% in the story mode doesn't take long. And this next game's gonna have you grinding through millions of studs just to get enough multipliers to get every character you want. But lucky for us, there's a stud farming situation that happens in the first mission. Now when you play in free roam in the first mission and land on the ground, you have to go right at the back where you can find this fountain that spews out thousands of studs. And I mean thousands. And for LEGO Incredibles, you have to play this level where you just fall and just collect all these studs. It's pretty easy and the fastest way to get rich in this game, but you have to grind your way to get these multipliers, which is not so easy. Because when you do have every multiplier, you are never going to want to play this level again.
We survived, but we're dead!
LEGO DC Supervillains. Getting rich in this game is as easy as nicking a candy from a baby. By picking the character Deadshot and going to Joker's Fairground, you'll find jumping in one of these and holding down the special button will reveal a lot of studs. Combine that with a big fig so you collect all the studs, you'll find that getting rich in this game won't take too long. Now LEGO Movie 2 may not be everyone's favorite, but getting rich in this game, or at least unlocking studs in this game, is actually quite easy. Because you can actually input cheat codes that will give you at least 20,000 studs each. Now, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. It may be the last game on this list, but it definitely is the best. There is a few ways of getting rich in this game, but there is one way that I use that I find is the best and the most fun.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I originally went with the classic trench run to get rich, but if you unlock this character and go on a Rancor rampage, you'll find it's a hell of a lot more fun than going through this level over and over again. Whether it's Coruscant, Tatooine, or even Bespin, finding a planet that has a lot of things to destroy is the quickest way and the funnest way to get rich in this game, and is the one that I still use. Just for fun, of course.
Great Scott!
Yep, I know, I almost forgot LEGO Dimensions. Now this game doesn't require you to unlock any more characters because you need real cash for that, which makes it the most expensive LEGO game in ever. However, if you want to unlock any other abilities for your character packs, then you need to do this mission where you can just go roaming around the wonderful place of Wizardry Oz and find a lot of studs, a lot of purple studs, and you'll find that they'll keep on reappearing too. So, you know, just stay in there and just keep roaming around. It's great.